Well, Ypres is one way of spelling it there. There's Robert Droogmans. It's a 24-hour of Ypres in Belgium, it's called. 28th to 30th of June it took place. Droogmans had a lot of trouble getting a drive this year and decent sponsorship, but he's out to compete in his own home event and he wants to have a crack at it as well. Tabaton and Nivereto there. Obviously, they're second in the European Championship standings, but they're looking... Now, an unusual leader. Marc Duez finding his form here after 3 special stages. They're trying out some alterations, and Duez is going really well at this stage. They've been doing a lot of testing. Very narrow roads in some of the village sections. And you can see how narrow the roads are here. One little twitch, you know. We're on board with Liati. One little twitch, and in you go into the ditch. Francois Delcourt going well. But the suspension broke, and he was out of it right at the beginning of the rally. Shame for him. This is Bruno Verit in the Toyota Celica going well. Bruno Thierry having great fun on the cobbles. And the first day of the 24 hours of Ypres, you can see a problem there. Missed his braking and ended up in the ditch. Let's have a look again, look. Into the ditch. Lots of people around to help him out of the ditch, and he lost about 40 seconds, which is incredible, isn't it? And that stage was only 9.4 kilometers long, so it was a lot of time relatively for him. Here we see we're on board with Bosch, concentrating hard. And driving extremely well. 754 kilometers overall. 38 special stages, taking up 403 kilometers. 24th round in the European Championship, coefficient 20 rally, of course. So, some of these boys are putting in some tremendous... This is the jump that you always see. It's a great jump, eh? Snider's in second. He's going extremely well. And Bosch is 8th overall. Sparks flying from under the car as he lands it. Kevin Gormley co-driving for him still, of course, as always. Liati 3rd overall. And look at the crowds turning out for this event. Good to see some safety measures there as well. Now, the big problem here was they had a lot of trouble with environmental groups, and a lot of people hit concrete blocks that were put on the road. And a great shame. A lot of the major guys pulled out of this event because they felt it was too dangerous to have their top drivers driving around at a couple of 100 kilometers an hour and smashing into blocks of concrete in the middle of the night. Mark Timmers leading Group N, and we move on to day 2. Patrick Sniers and Danny Kolbunders leading them off. Ulenson in the Gallant there. Droogmans had a flat tyre on the first day, but pulling himself back to 4th overall in the rally. And Liati had some problems on day 2 and had to retire, technical problems. Verit in the Toyota, going well, but the environmental groups put them off, and Toyota pulled their team out of the rally, as I said a little earlier on. Good aerial shots of the leading team, Sniers and Kolbunders. And this is Munster going for it. You've seen that shot so many times. It's one of the crashes of the European season. And he's perfectly all right. They roll him back onto his wheels. I wonder if we'll see a shot of it. And he carries on in the rally. So he rolls it one way, then he rolls it apex over elbow, and then he rolls it again. The photographer going for a run. So here we go, look. Great shot. Back on the four wheels, bit of grass hanging out the front headlight, and off he goes. Unhurt, and the old roll bar, of course, doing its job there. The rear view slightly restricted at that stage. Look at this. Münster's Opel Corsa GSI really flying still. Patrick Sniers and Danny Kolbander's going really well. 4 minutes ahead of Robert Droogmans. He almost left it too late there, didn't he? John Bosch had some big problems. 2 special stages to go, and he felt some vibrations in the clutch and ended up with a blown up engine. He was inside of the finish and he was out of the rally. That left Bruno Thierry in 3rd place, which is great for a 2-wheel drive car, challenging hard again. And look at this, he's still going, Münster, the Belgian driver. He finally ended up 7th overall with his car in that condition. There's David Gudezena, 5th overall in the Cosworth. And they're the winners, look. Sniers, Droogmans, Münster was 7th, as we said, Metcalf was 8th, Kulsel was 9th, and Victor was 10th in the BMW M3. These are the European standings.